Hey, what up, YouTube? So, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here. I'm still talking about Metroid Prime 4. I needed to make this video because I've just now docked it on this docking station for the Switch 2 because I have yet to play it on the big screen TV. And if you guys know anything about the Switch, at least the Switch 1, handheld mode almost always looked a lot better than docking. When you would dock the system, the games would be extremely blurry or just look very subpar. Most games, the Nintendo games didn't look as bad. Usually all the Nintendo games, they really do the best. So to be honest with you, I haven't been docking this thing at all because I'm kind of in my head so used to that being the case, not really trusting that it's going to look better on the TV or just as good on the TV. So anyways, as you guys can see, this is on my 75-inch 4K television. Mind you, this is a lower budget TV, like a $598 TV that I got on sale for like $275. It is a true 4K. I think it has HDR. But it's a lower budget TV, but it looks great for all we use it for is watching TV and movies, and it actually isn't too bad for the money at all. The color's pretty decent, no problems with it. So keep that in mind. Now, I obviously, as you guys know, I have a OLED TV over there. Maybe this weekend when I feel like moving the docking station over there, that's a true gaming TV, 120 hertz, HDR, all the things. I mean, that is the gaming TV, so it's going to look the best on that television. But I continue to want to give Nintendo a lot of credit on this game so far. Look, guys, I'm going to zoom in. Look at the particle effects. You can kind of see them dancing around, right? The particle effects and the lighting, the sunlight coming down, the deep color, the movement super smooth. It's really good. And it's like, what is so special about this, right? I guess the reason why I'm so impressed is because this is Nintendo. Nintendo has never really had a system that made this good of looking games. Right up until the Switch 1. You know, they always seem to be a little bit behind the times as far as graphics. And this finally get a Nintendo system that can pump out some graphics like this is a big win, because one thing, I just wasted a missile. The one thing that I'll say that I do enjoy and like about Nintendo is you can get different kind of experiences, right? If you go out and buy a Switch, an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5, yes, you got your couple exclusives, more on the Sony side, but even they're slowing down on their exclusives. So you pretty much are choosing that box to play a couple exclusive games and then a lot of third parties, so you can play them all. With Nintendo, if they can get the graphics looking like this, where people don't mind buying it on their system, then now you not only can play a lot of third-party stuff, but you can also enjoy the Mario's, Luigi games, the Donkey Kong games, the Metroid Prime games, all the classics. Like, I feel like they have the biggest, most interesting titles that have lasted generations, and they're still fun to play. You can throw Techno Bowl up on here and still have a hell of a lot of fun as you could do 30 years ago. So, and I've always been Nintendo, but not big Nintendo. I started out on a Super Nintendo, but I think right from Super Nintendo went to PlayStation, and it's been PlayStation pretty much the whole way. A little bit, right? I didn't have a PS2. I did end up getting back in it on a PS3, and then PS4, and then PS5, and now I don't own any of them. As you guys know, I've downsized everything. But there's something about Nintendo that, at least lately, I've been really getting into it, and the fact that I now can play. Now, am I choosing to play the graphically inferior game? Technically, yes. But I feel like the games so far are starting to look good enough. Now, Metroid, not even good enough. Metroid is beautiful. I don't think a lot of third-party developers are going to make games that look this good. They're not going to put the time and energy in. But this proves that the system can do it if the right developer does it. But I do also have Assassin's Creed Shadows on here. I have not tried that on the big screen. Apparently, it's kind of the opposite than what we're used to with the Switch. Apparently, that game runs a little bit down on the handheld mode, but looks the best on docked mode. So I'm going to maybe try that game before I go to bed. I'm kind of curious how that looks on the TV. If these games actually start looking better on the TV than handheld mode, I'll be more apt to come down here and play on the big screen TV. Not all the time, because I do enjoy the portable, sitting in my chair and whatever. But the fact that it's not going to pump out an inferior version of the game where it's like, man, this kind of looks like crap, right? Because it's not about the graphics, but man, a nice looking, graphically good, fun game in general, it makes the experience that much better. That's why, everybody really likes graphics, because it really does add to the realism of everything. But this game, guys, is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to be 100% honest, I was a bit negative on the Switch 2 when it was announced. And I even said, and unfortunately I think I might be right, I hope I'm not, but I said in the beginning that the Switch 2 is going to be a glorified remastered machine. So far, I haven't been right, because they are pumping out Donkey Kong Bonanza, this Metroid Prime 4, Kirby Air Riders. So they're pumping out enough new games that I can't say it's a remastered machine, but there also is games like Cyberpunk, Hitman, what else is there? Madden 26 runs like dog crap, to be honest with you. But I'm now not going to blame Nintendo or the system not being able to run it. It's the developer not putting in the time. And what do you know? It's EA. They don't give a crap. They're just out for the quick buck. But this game right here proves to me that even though the Nintendo system is probably considered underpowered compared to the newer consoles, or when I say newer, the true next gen that isn't a handheld, like the PS5, the Series X, the Pro, but if done right, you can still get good frames and you can get amazing looking graphics still out of the Switch 2. Can you put this game up against, like, if you played the same game on the PS5 and the Nintendo Switch, is it going to always look better on the PS5? Of course it's going to. But again, the fact that we now have a Nintendo system that can give me good enough graphics that I don't feel the need to go chase the graphics, right? I don't feel the need to go run and buy the game on the PlayStation 5, because I feel like the Switch gives me enough graphical intensity that I'm pretty happy and I'll enjoy playing the game. So when they announced that the new Assassin's Creed Black Flag is going to come out on all systems, including the Switch 2, I was excited because I don't have a PS5 anymore and I really would like to be able to play that game. The new... what is that game? Got 007. I think it's 007 game that's coming out. That game's coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. So what I hope doesn't happen is right now, because the system is so new and the technology is newish, I would say, that they're probably able to get new releases developed and working on the Switch 2, because there's enough power there to make them pretty decent. What I worry about is as the years go on and the handheld power becomes less and the companies need more to make their games, that we're eventually going to start getting games, or at least third party, either they're not going to even release on the Switch, just like we found with the Switch 1, or they're going to release, but they're going to be kind of blurry, they're going to be kind of crappy, and we're going to have to wait 7 or 8 years until the next Switch, and then same kind of stuff, right? They'll put out another one, and it'll be behind, and they'll be remastering all these games. They have remastered Skyrim. I heard that didn't go so well. From what I'm understanding, Skyrim doesn't look or run as only for 30 frames a second. So it's really all up to the developers to put in the time and the energy to make a good looking and good running game. So I applaud Nintendo for doing what they did, and I hope over the course of this generation that enough third-party developers put in the time to give us some good looking and running games, and Nintendo pumps out quite a few games like Metroid Prime 4, and not just Mario games. I want some fun, I don't want to say adult-like, but, more, and because I like Mario, but I want to play shooters, I want to play, interactive games, I want to play James Bond, I want to play Assassin's Creed, I want to play those fun games, and I want them to look pretty good. And let me tell you, if they look this good, I won't even go out and rebuy a PS5 Pro. I won't even bother. For the few exclusives that it's got, I'm getting to the point where it's like I'm over it. They got some great games I miss playing, but I only got so much time in a day. It'd be nice to just have one system. And even though I said we're going to use this system for just exclusives, there are going to be a few games that come out that I'm going to want to play. And I hope Nintendo is able to keep this up, and there's enough power behind the box that developers can develop games like this, looking and playing this well. So what are your guys' thoughts on this situation? But I am definitely now a pro, even more pro Nintendo Switch 2. Yes, it's, technically not as advanced, but still damn good. And I'm sure version 2 is going to be even better.